Time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Sunny skies, not a cloud in sight over Father John Donofrio Field here on the illustrious campus of Notre Dame High School with the CBC tournament in the distance. The Irish at 6-7 playing host to Steinert at 9-8 this afternoon on the WBCB Sports Network. Hi everybody, Mike Warren alongside Trey Wright. Great to be with you here this afternoon. The Spartans at 9-8. The Irish at 6-7. Notre Dame coming off of a momentous 11-10 victory as they were able to defeat Manalapan in a back-and-forth affair for their 6th victory of the season. And for Steinert, they are currently under a 2-game losing spell, looking to get back into the win column this afternoon. We'll turn things over very quickly here as we'll continue the Trentonian pregame show, but a pregame ceremony here as Joe Drulis being honored down on the field for his 400th career victory, which was here at Notre Dame against Trenton. We had that coverage for you on the WBCB Sports Network. And Joe Drulis now with 402 career victories on his line. He's 19 wins away from tying the all-time program record with 421. And that is something that is absolutely attainable coming up in the next season, and even finishing off this year, getting himself closer to that mark as the all-time wins leader in Notre Dame baseball history. Joe getting honored with his team pregame down on the field, a picture with his staff as well. As our coverage here this afternoon continues on WBCB, the Trentonian pregame show continues, and Trey, an exciting matchup on the mound today. It's Klenna Day for the Irish. Josh Klenna, the rider commit, gets the start for Notre Dame. And for the Spartans, they turn to someone who's pretty good as well in Frank Mazzella. 28 innings pitched, a 1-1 record for him. The ERA at 2.50. These are two guys that live low in the zone and rely largely on the ground ball.
They definitely do, and this is going to be a nice pitcher's duel we might be seeing here this afternoon, Mike. Like we're talking about, Klenny, who's going to be playing for the Rider Bronx next year. He has been looking really good, and he has been one of these guys, one of these many really good Irish players coming right out to start here on the Hill, to have really got things going and really set the tone for this team. You and I were talking about it a little bit pregame. There have been so many one-run games for Notre Dame here in this 2026 season. Some of them, they have been on the right side of history. Others, they have been on the wrong side. It's been a very up-and-down campaign here for the Irish in 2026. And then you look on the other side for Steinert. They're coming into today, trying to build some mojo going into the CBC tournament starting this weekend, currently on a 2-game losing streak. The first game of that losing streak coming on Thursday in a really back-and-forth, topsy-turvy and a little bit heartbreaking game, lost to the Ravens of Robbinsville. But it's a big game for Steinert as well. We saw Brian Giolella talking with the boys, trying to rally them up over at the shortstop position in the outfield and left field. So he's trying to fire up these Spartans, and Joe Drulli is trying to fire up the Irish players as well. We're in for a good one. I think we're going to be in for a low-scoring game, but Jordan Hirsch and I said the same thing about that Robbinsville-Steinert game back on Thursday, and lo and behold, that was an absolute shootout to the end. But we're in for a good one here. Two really good pitchers starting between Klenna and Mazzella, and we're going to have a fun one here today on May 4th. May the 4th be with you, and could not ask for better weather like you were talking about. It's going to be fun.
Last time these two teams met, April 28th, 2025, it was another one-run contest in favor of the Irish. A 4-3 victory. Josh Klenna was on the mound for them then. The Irish have won 2 of the last 3 in this series against the Spartans. And the Spartans offense, which we will see first today, the team batting .258 as a whole this year, but let's take a look at the starting lineup presented by the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. Dom DeFrancis, the center fielder, will lead things off. Stephen Wright at second base, bats second and plays second. Caden Hurley, the catcher, bats third. Matt Morris, the DH, hitting for Frank Mazzella on the mound. He'll bat fourth. Nick Lepore, the right fielder, bats fifth. In the 6th spot, Anthony Prazdecimo, the third baseman, he bats 6th. In the 7th spot, Jason Fisher at first base. Justin Bucanico at shortstop bats 8th. at John Capera, the left fielder. Rounding out the lineup for Steinert Spartans at 9-8, 3-3 in the CVC Colonial Division. And for the Irish, 0-5 in CVC play, 6-7 overall on the year. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Notre Dame High School, Mercer Bucks Orthopedics, Kessel Dermatology, NJEA, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, Saul Funeral Homes, Haldeman Ford, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, D. Lorenzo's the Berg of Hamilton, Chris Auto Body, the Trentonian, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Hyundai of Trenton, and the Hun School of Princeton. All proud to bring you today's game, as well as Mako of Ewing and Bob Hope's Auto Repair, proud sponsor of today's contest on the WBCB Sports Network. The CVC tournament is in the view of many of these teams at the end of this week, coming up on Friday, and we will have the opening round coverage for the boys in the baseball bracket coming up for you on Friday afternoon. We'll have Hamilton and Notre Dame, and we'll have Ewing and Steinert going at it in the opening round of the 2026 CVC baseball tournament. And looking forward to keeping you along with us on the ride all season long here in Mercer County as we have. But for the Steinert bats today, Dom DeFrancis at the top of this lineup. He's really been a catalyst for this team. 13 hits, tied for second on the team, 14 runs to lead the program this season. Enters today batting .277, and again, really just does a great job setting the table, taking the extra base, and making things difficult defensively when he's on the base paths.
He certainly has, and he has really been that firecracker, really that can of kerosene here for the Spartans as well. Whenever he comes up to the bat, he's going to be looking to make a really big difference early on here. But overall, we've seen a lot of up and down here throughout this entire starting lineup here for the Spartans. So they're going to be looking to set the tone early, and that's exactly what you have to do against the Notre Dame team that really relies on not only their starting pitching but also their infield play, trying to knock some balls, just getting some ground ball singles right through the gaps, and just trying to get on base. That's all you can do here at Steinert, here if you're the Steinert team. And then if you're the Irish, you're trying to do the same thing. You're trying to take advantage of a Steinert defense that has been a little bit more rickety and wobbly than they want to be here in 2026 so far. I believe they lead the CVC Colonial Division in errors, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jordan Hirsch had a stat for that a couple of days ago. But they've been rickety. If you want to try to get some base runners going and try to get some runs going if you're Notre Dame, trying to hit the ball, make hard contact, and just trying to make that Steinert defense make some mistakes. Because that's all it takes here in the CVC is one mistake. We've seen it a lot with a lot of the top teams here, Mike, with Lawrence, with Allentown, with Robbinsville. If you give a team a little bit of an inch, they're going to kick the door down and absolutely take advantage of that. If you give them an inch, they're going to take a whole 26.2 miles here for a marathon of runs with a carousel. But we're getting ready to go here. It's going to be fun on a beautiful day like you were talking about, and here we are.
Should be good this afternoon. Josh Klenna moments away from taking the hill. 26 and 2/3 innings pitch for the Rider commit. 29 hits scattered, 22 runs, just 9 of them earned, and 32 strikeouts to 13 walks. The ERA at 2.36 for the senior righty here on his senior campaign. And moments away again from the Irish taking the field, we'll introduce the starting lineup defensively for Joe Drulis, his Irish, here in his 25th season. Jimmy Iacona in left field, Tommy Swiatek in center, A.J. Liberto getting the start again out in right, Rocco Valentino over at third base, Joey Bonco at shortstop, Sal Kearns back at second base, Dylan Bundick back in the starting lineup over at first base. He missed a couple due to injury, and Josh Guire behind the dish. Calling the signals today for Josh Klenna, as he has all season long. A couple of Carpenter Cup teammates and a couple of high school teammates here at Notre Dame in Klenna and Guire from a season ago. And Guire has really been a catalyst both offensively and defensively this season. Doesn't really let a whole lot behind him in terms of pass balls or wild pitches, and does a good job limiting the extra base. Tough for teams to run on him this season. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by the Hun School of Princeton, with a numerous amount of great summer camps coming up in the next couple of months. The Hun Day Camp, grades K through 7th, June 22nd through July 24th. Campers explore Hunt's 45-acre campus and use their academic buildings for arts and crafts, mini STEM projects, so much more. Go to huntschool.org/summer to learn more today. And just around the corner is another fun summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Visit trentonthunder.com/tickets to get yours today. Trenton Thunder baseball, big league futures, major league fun.
Plenty of action on the horizon here when it comes to Trenton sports, like you were talking about the Trenton Thunder. We got the Trenton Ironhawks ECHL team right on the horizon as well. Lots of fun to come here in the great city of Trenton, the great capital of the Garden State, on the athletic side of things, and had some great high school baseball so far here in 2026 in this Trenton-Mercer area, Mike.
Well said. Irish with their pregame prayer on the first baseline, as they do every game this season. A name that is not in the starting lineup but has been blazing this season for Steinert, Nico Feniello, with an .818 OPS this year and a .409 average. He will not be in the starting lineup today. Might see him later on in this contest, but not getting the start today is Feniello. A name to also watch out in the starting lineup today in the 9 spot, John Copera, the left fielder, with an .833 OPS this season, batting .389 entering today, and leads the Steinert Spartans in hits with 14, tied for first in RBIs with 9. And he's really done a tremendous job this season playing second leadoff in the 9 spot.
Yeah, and you mentioned Feniello being out of the lineup. Caden Hurley is going to slot in behind the dish, and he's played really well so far for the senior. Seeing a senior born in 2008 at the high school level, it totally doesn't make you and I feel old, Mike. But Hurley's played really well. He hasn't had the offensive hitting numbers that you would want, but he has been able to get on base quite a little bit. And defensively, he has been really rock solid for this Spartans infield. So he's a player to watch out for. A couple of really good pitchers and some really good catchers here starting out things, Mike.
DeFrancis, Wright, and Hurley, the first 3 due up for the Spartans. After that, it's Matt Morris, Nick Lepore, Anthony Prastasimo, Jason Fisher, Justin Bucanico, and John Copera. Hurley, you mentioned behind the dish, batting in the 3 spot today. 2 very capable catchers on this roster. They swing it well. Hurley batting .323 with a .355 slugging. 10 hits for him, 6 RBIs on the year. His last time out against Robbinsville, he was 0 for 2. Did have an RBI in that contest. We'll see Hurley due up third this inning. DeFrancis set to make his way towards the left-handed batter's box. The ball tossed around the horn for Klenna. He climbs up the back of the hill, and he's ready to start his afternoon.
Pitter-patter, let's get at her. Nothing like an old-fashioned rivalry here between the Spartans and the Irish here on WBCB Sports.
2 of Mercer County's finest programs, the Spartans of Steinert, the Irish of Notre Dame. Familiar foes. Brian Gialella, former head coach of the Irish. The first pitch from Klenna swung on, fouled left, fired in at 4:02, right on time, and we are underway.
So DeFrancis already getting the timing down off Klenna, hit that just off the top of the neck of the bat. And that's the way you want to start things off here if you're Steinert, trying to make contact on Klenna early.
0-1, shot left side, foul of third. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. DeFrancis continuing to try and time up that lively fastball from Klenna. Primarily a 3-pitch mix for Josh, as we've seen throughout his career. Fastball, change-up, and kind of a sweeper. 0-2. Bouncer towards the middle. It's Kearns at second base. He gloves, slips the first over to Bundick, 1 up and 1 down. 4-3 put out. Kearns over at second base, as we saw him there against Lawrence last week. Second base position's kind of been a revolving door at times this season for Notre Dame. Kearns really starting to take over that spot. Liberto was there to start the season a decent amount. Now he's out in right field, giving them some versatility and some speed in the corner outfield position in right. Speaking of right, here's Stephen Wright. The second baseman steps in from the right side. And the pitch to him. Cut on and missed. A lively fastball from Klenna. No balls and a strike to Stephen Wright. 268 on the year entering today. 11 hits for him. Klenna kicks and deals. Fouled back, 0-2. Back-to-back, no ball, 2 strike counts to start for Klenna this afternoon. Mentioned the 11 hits for Wright, 9 RBIs, 10 runs scored. A Triple for him on the season, 1 for 3 with a run, and another batted in against Robbinsville. The 0-2. Fouled off, spoils another, we'll do it again.
That just lands just a little bit shy of the softball field with Hornets of Hamilton West taking on the Lady Irish.
Double duty today, head on a swivel in between the two fields here on the first baseline. Klenna's 0-2 on the way to right. Off speed, up and outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Good take from right. He was able to see that all the way out of the hand.
If I yell 4, just so that's why everybody is aware of, we've got softball right behind you, Mike.
1-2, slashed foul of first. Bundick gives it a look, but he's out of room.
Well, just we say that one was just slicing a little bit towards us. Didn't quite have the angle, fortunately. Just went down the first base side.
Battling, continuing between these two. Wright and Klenna. Right-hander has his sign from Guire. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball had him out in front. 2 up and 2 down.
And that was an excellent pitch there from Klenna to put down Stephen Wright, and quickly 2 away here for Steinert. This is the kind of start you want here for Notre Dame.
And here comes Caden Hurley. 2 down and nobody aboard here for the Steinert backstop. 10 hits for Hurley this season. First pitch misses well above the hands, a ball and no strikes. Of the 10 hits, one of them a double on the year. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Tardy on the fastball. Klenna with a little extra life. 1-1 the count.
And he's got some high velocity. Looking to be pitching in the mid to high 80s there for Klenna.
1-1. Cut on and missed. Got him to chase upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down here in the top of the first. Klenna with a punch out under his line, looking for another. In the driver's seat. Right-hander's ready. 1-2 to Hurley. Fouled back.
And Hurley got lucky there. That was a little bit of just an emergency dink there. Just trying to get any sort of contact you can, and that'll give him an extra life in the right-handed batter's box. Left-handed batter's box. No, right-handed batter's box.
Klenna with a new pearl. 1-2. Here it comes. Looked good. Taken for a ball. Count evens.
Looked just a little bit inside, and the Notre Dame fans a little bit perplexed on the call there from Blue, but Deuce is wild on the scoreboard here, top of the first.
2-2. Popped up. Our direction. Towards the table. And out of play.
Into a cooler.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Top of the first. Last time we saw Klenna on the bump, it was here against Trenton on Senior Day. Took the victory. Earned Joe Drulis his 400th career win. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 Ks for Klenna in the top of the first. He sets down the Spartans in order. Irish Bats get their first crack at it as we move to the bottom of the first inning here on WBCB.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. Whether you're road tripping in the all-new RAV4, sprinting through your sports schedule in the Sienna, or hitting the farmer's market with friends in a Camry, Team Toyota has a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for your drive. Plus, our award-winning service centers will keep you on the road all summer long. Team Toyota, ready for wherever summer takes you. Stop in today or visit teamtoyota.net.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community. Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford celebrating their 50th year of business. And Today's game also brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who wishes all their students the best of luck this school term. This message brought to you by the HTEA. After Klenna sets the Spartans down in order, the Irish Bats go to work against the left-hander Frank Mazzella, a two-sport varsity athlete coming off of a successful campaign on the hardwood for Paul Cattaneo and the Steinert Spartans. And he's carried that success right over here to the mound this season for Steinert. A 1-1 record so far this season for Frank across 28 innings pitched. He scattered 25 hits, 16 runs, 10 of them earned, 21 Ks to 8 walks, has 5 hit batters, and a 2.50 earned run average on the season for Mazzella. Rocco Valentino will lead things off. It's Valentino followed by Joey Bonko and Tommy Switek, the first three for Joe Drulis' Irish. After that, it's Josh Guire, A.J. Liberto, Sal Kearns, Jai Johnson, the DH, Dylan Bundick, and Jimmy Iacona. The lefty Mazzella ready. Peering into Hurley, he has his sign. Winds, kicks, and deals. Valentino with a called first strike. 0-1 the count to the Irish hot corner. Oh, 1. Runs outside and the count evens. Valentino, the batting average this season, second in the CVC Colonial. A .531 average to go along with a .531 slugging. The OPS over 1,000. 1-1. Quickly 1-2.
Good velocity on that pitch. A nice little lefty versus lefty southpaw battle here to start things off in the bottom of the first.
Mazzella putting it on the outside corner, ahead 1-2. Left-handers ready. Winds and deals. Off speed, runs outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Valentino awaits. 2-2. In the dirt, off speed, and the count is now full.
Something Notre Dame has been really good at this season so far has been working counts in their favor. Count going full right now and trying to be the first base runner of the game here is Valentino.
A dangerous base runner is that, and Valentino. The count 3-2 in the pitch. Line towards right, that's going to get down for a base knock. Scoots quickly and bobbles off the glove. Valentino's thinking 2. Throw on the way, offline, and he takes advantage. Well, speed in scoring position. Valentino's on second to start the afternoon.
Well, he didn't even need the walk. He postered that one deep into right field, a little bit of a bobble in the outfield. And Valentino, good heads-up play, seeing that bobble in right field, turned on the Jets and is able to get to the second bag there for a sliding double. And the Irish, quick start to them. Notre Dame already scoring position.
And that brings up Joey Bonko, the shortstop. Valentino gets his lead off second base, second in the CVC Colonial in stolen bases with 16. Mazzella thinking about him over there, doesn't throw that way.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Bonko trying to lace one down the first base line. Just a little bit of a bunt, especially with how back the first baseman is playing. Trying to catch that infield off guard and extend Valentino to the hot corner.
Bonko out in front, gets it off the top of the bat, foul. No balls in his strike to the Irish shortstop. Valentino back to second. And just as you say that, the first baseman and Jason Fisher started to creep in. They were thinking similarly that Bonko might want to put one down, try to move a runner on to 90 feet away with less than 2 down.
Both these teams know just how effective the small ball has really become here in the CVC over the last 3 years.
0-1 taken off the back foot.
You'll see a lot of that small ball from Robbinsville. Of course, Lawrence is the pretty much the king of small ball with Jim Mayer pretty much bunting every chance he gets.
Yep, the Irish, the latest victims of Jim Mayer's small ball in the late innings. Mazzella, a back pick towards second. But back in time is Valentino. A walk-off 1-0 victory on the game-winning bunt from Shane Mitchell for Lawrence. Handed the Irish their most recent 1-run loss on the season. But responding their next contest against Manalapan, 11-10. Bonko takes a breaker inside and low. 2 balls and a strike now the count. Gorgeous afternoon. The breeze doing what it does here at Notre Dame, just kind of circulating around behind us a bit, and we'll feel it blowing in from third base and in from center at times as well. Not easy once the ball gets up in the air when it's here. days like today. 2-1. Bonko takes a called strike.
Mazzella, plenty of juice in that pitch, and he just barely got the top right corner on the outside. Count goes 2-2 here.
Second baseman in right, shaded towards the bag, trying to keep Valentino close. Bonko awaits. Mazzella kicks and deals. 2-2. Lifted in the infield. Backpedaling is right. He'll make the call and the catch. There's out number 1.
Like you were talking about, that ball being popped up straight into the air, right under that second base spot, and it was buffeting a little bit there with the wind, but Wright able to make the perfect read there, and he was able to get this first out here for Steinert at this bottom of the opening frame.
I'll bring up Tommy Sweetek. A .326 average for Tommy entering today. 14 hits for Tommy on the year. Valentino leads in the pitch. Breaker towards us in foul ground. And that one falls out of play. Hope that foul ball doesn't hit a car. If your car gets dinged up from broken windshields or dents or major auto body work, call Chris's Auto Body with 3 convenient locations, including 212 Lincoln Highway, Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, 215-710-1080. Chris's Auto Body. No balls and a strike. Sweetek awaits, swings and lifts this one. Shallow, not deep at all, stays on the infield even. Wright comes in with the wind to make the catch. 2 straight pop-ups after the leadoff double, and Mazzella 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
Yeah, and a very hollow hit with the neck of the bat there. Once again, going straight into the air, and once again, Stephen Wright will make the grab for out number 2. I might have to go over to a Chris Auto Body as well. But then again, my car's got enough dings and dings and dents in there to be a junker.
Here's Josh Guire coming up in a big spot. 2 down, a runner in scoring position. Guire coming off of a 2-for-5 game. First pitch in there at the knees, 0-1. Guire wanting some confirmation on where that one crossed in the zone, and he gets it quickly. Irish in danger of stranding the leadoff double. Some early action down in the Steinert pen as a lefty gets loose. 0-1. Guire stays back and fouls it back. Hanging breaking pitch, able to get a piece. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom of the first. Left-hander retoes the rubber and looks in. Has his sign from Hurley. He's ready. Comes set just above the belt. 0-2. Guire shoots this one on the ground to right. Bobbles, throws, in time, and the inning is over. Mazzella works out of a jam after the leadoff double from Rocco Valentino. He strands him on base. 1 inning in the books. On to the second here from Notre Dame.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Now open in Hamilton, DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza at 147 Sloan Avenue. Notre Dame alumni Tyler DiLorenzo, third-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trenton tomato pie back to Hamilton. Try their tomato pies, including their mustard pie or clam pie, fresh salads like their famous antipasta salad, along with homemade soups and sandwiches. DiLorenzo's The Berg on 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton. Proud to sponsor today's game and proud to sponsor our Player of the Game interview today on WBCB. Today's game also brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. Visit mercercountyprosecutor.com to learn more about programs in your area. Matt Morris, the first due up. It's Morris, Nick Lepore, and Anthony Prazdecimo. First three due up, and the first pitch missing. A ball and no strikes. The count to Matt Morris. Right-hander winds and fires. Fastball fouled back by Morris, and the count goes even. Morris batting .283 on the year, 13 hits, tied for second on the team. Ryder Bronk commit, kicks and deals, blows another one past Morris. It's 1-2.
And you and I were talking at the in the middle of the first inning just how much talent Ryder is going to be getting here locally.
Both Josh Klena and Deacon Moore set to become Ryder Bronx. Swinging and lifting one to center. It's Tommy Sweetek diving and taking away a hit.
Well, a sweet grab there from Sweetek as we're talking about Josh Klena. How about Sweetek diving out there in center? And that is putting your entire body on the line personified, and he makes a highlight reel grab for this opening out here.
Great jump from Sweetek. It hung up a bit with the wind. He was able to get a good jump and a great dive to make that grab for out number one. Here's Nick Lepore. Takes a fastball belt high on the inside third. No balls and a strike. Lepore batting .262 entering today with 11 hits on the campaign. 0-1 from Klena. Quickly 0-2. No time wasted from Josh Klena. Two fastballs reared in for called strikes. In the driver's seat in the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3 Ks for Klena. 2 down here in the top of the second.
And like you and I were just talking about before, that incredible grab at center field. Klena's one of those many incredible talents here we're seeing out of the CVC here for Ryder, and plenty of CVC players also going to MAC schools. You got Gavin Hopkins from Robbinsville. He's going to be going to Siena. Deacon Moore also going to Ryder next year.
First pitch fastball runs away. This is Anthony Prazdecimo, the third baseman rather. He gets ahead, a ball and no strikes. Anthony batting .250. Swings and misses at the fastball from Klena, and the count goes even.
Ryder's gotten a lot of talent here from the Garden State. I think Luca Menino from Northern Burlington last year. He's raking it up in his freshman season.
1-1 is upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Infield at normal depth, the outfield the same with 2 down and nobody aboard. Klena with the sign from Guire, the 2-1. Down and outside, a good hitter's count here to Prazdecimo, 3-1. Might have bought himself another fastball. .3-1, got him to dip down in the dirt. Counts now full. 3-2, 2 down, top of the second. Klena and Guire on the same page. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 more Ks for Klena. He's got 4 through 2. He puts up another 0 as well. On to the bottom of the second, the Irish Bats go back to work. You're watching high school baseball on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Discovery Day Camp at the Hun School of Princeton. Grades 2nd through 8th, June 22nd through August 7th. Students in grades 2nd through 8th will learn about computer science skills in weekly camps. Head to hunschool.org/summer to learn more about all the great summer camps the Hun School of Princeton has to offer. A.J. Liberto will lead things off. 5, 6, and 7 here for Notre Dame. Liberto, Kearns, and Jai Johnson, the sophomore DH. Liberto in from the right side, facing the lefty Mazzella, back out for inning number 2. Mazzella's first pitch on the way and taken. A called strike in there, 0-1.
You were talking about it during the commercial break, Mike, that this is the heart of this Irish order. A little bit further down in the lineup than you would want, but...
Sits on one, shoots it into right center field. Liberto's got a chance at extra bases. It splits the gap. On the way to second, and in with another double this season is A.J. Liberto.
And right on cue, proving our point there. This being the heart of the order here. 2 hits on the day for Joe Drulius' Irish team. Both of them 2-baggers, rolling all the way to the fence. And once again, a nice start here in this bottom of the inning.
It's the 5th double of the season for Liberto. He's in scoring position with nobody out. And here's Sal Kearns, the second baseman. Mazzella from the stretch. Swings the leg around towards second. Liberto back in standing, no throw.
And we saw the same situation 1 inning ago. Rocco Valentino was able to get that double, and he was stranded on second base. See if the Irish are able to revise history a little bit here.
Breaking ball hangs and catches the outer third. No balls and a strike. The count to Sal Kearns. Kearns batting .359 entering today with a .410 slugging average. 0-1. Up and outside. Count goes even. Kearns and Jai Johnson, a couple of sophomores getting some action here at the varsity level. Kearns has really taken advantage. Times this season he's been at third. He's been the DH at times as well, and just been a hitting machine when they've needed him to be. 1-1. Bouncer towards short. Gloving. Throw across the diamond. Pulls him off the bag. Everybody's safe. Buccianico might have hurried that throw when he didn't need to. And Jason Fisher brought down the first baseline towards right field. Kearns reaches first. Liberto's on third. Runners at the corners here for the Irish and nobody out.
Yeah, and that's that rickety defense we're talking about in the pregame here for Steinert. It makes only small mistakes here and there, but when they make mistakes, they're pretty punishing here.
Jai Johnson digs in. 9 hits for him on the season. 3 of them doubles.
And he is immediately showing bunt here. That's going to bring the corners in.
I want to see how the Steinerts potentially handle some small ball. Kearns over at first. Moves well, not blazing speed, but definitely a good athlete over there. There he goes for second. Pitch taken, a called strike. Throw to second base. In time to get him. Kearns looked like he got his foot in before the tag. The throw was on time. The tag, not so sure.
It looked like he may have got there just before Kearns was able to try and slide in there at second base, but...
And that's out number 1. Liberto stays at third. No balls and a strike to Jai Johnson. The Irish running into an out on the base paths. Johnson taking... And it's quickly 0-2, that breaker on the outside edge.
And I get the strategy there from Julius, trying to send your runner at first going in that bunt situation and trying to create chaos in the base paths. But for Johnson, that's a situation where you need to eat a strike there. just trying to make any contact with a foul ball.
0-2, sprayed foul down the left field line.
That does about a one hop on the rubber over in the Steinert bullpen. Fortunately, nobody was warming up, but
Johnson behind 0-2. Infield in for Steinert. Mazzella set above the belt in the pitch. Off the top of the bat to third. This will get a run home. Mazzella bobbles the throw. Not in time. Johnson legs it out. The Irish take the lead 1-0.
And he was going to get the run home anyway. You know what? A little extra zest there, was able to drive down the first base line. Another high throw there, this time coming from Mazzella. And the Irish break open this game 1-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Johnson brings home Liberto. He's on first. Here's Dylan Bundick back into the starting lineup after some time off. Mazzella throws over to first, and they got him. Mazzella doing some work himself with the pickoff at first. There's 2 away.
And what a dime right there to the first baseman by Mazzella. Caught Johnson out to lunch there immediately, and that's quickly 2 away.
Bundick, first pitch swinging, fouls it off. No balls and a strike to the senior.
That landed right in somebody's windshield. Don't see any little spider legs there, spider webs on the windshield, fortunately, but that went off with a resounding thunk.
0-1. Off the hands, foul. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. So Mazzella waits for a new baseball. The Irish 2 outs on the base paths in this inning. They do get a run across, but you think about the pressure they'd be able to add here if they hadn't run into a couple. Have at least 2 on. 0-2 the count. 2 down. Bottom 2 in the pitch is low, 1-2.
Yeah, and you talk about the Irish just trying to get on scoreboard here, because with how good of a pitcher's duel this game is going to be, runs are going to come at a premium here.
1-2. Bundick ropes one deep left center. DeFrancis has it measured. He'll reach up to make the catch for out number 3. Bundick gives it a good sting, but DeFrancis right place, right time for the final out. A run comes across for Notre Dame. They take the first lead. 1-0 through 2 here from Father John Donofrio Field.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time, where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
For over 30 years, Mercer Bucks Orthopedics has provided expert orthopedic care to keep you moving. World-class orthopedic care in your hometown from Mercer Bucks Orthopedics. Mercer Bucks Orthopedics, a proud sponsor of today's game on the WBCB Sports Network. And celebrating their 50th year of business is Haldeman Ford. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford, a proud sponsor of today's game on WBCB. 7, 8, and 9 coming up to the plate here for Steinert. Jason Fisher gets his first chance at it today as Josh Klenna returns for inning number 3. Fastball, a called strike, 0-1. Klenna with 4 Ks through his first 2. Some help from the defense last half inning. A diving catch from Tommy Swiatek. 0-1 is shot on the ground to third. Backhanded Valentino in fair ground. Throw across the diamond. Tag applied by Bundick.
And Bundick with a heads-up play is that one. That's throw sliced from across the diamond. And rather than trying to get back to the bag, he's just going to simply tag the runner quickly one away here once again for the Irish, and their defense has been lock solid so far. They still hold on to this lead here in this top of the third.
Justin Bucenico comes to the dish, the shortstop for Steinert today. First pitch from Klenna. Fired in, just misses at the knees, 1-0.
Had that up and down second inning, or top of the, bottom of the second inning. This last time around to that shortstop position.
Count evens, a ball and a strike, that one in there at the knees.
Had a little bit of a bobble there from the shortstop spot, and then one play later was able to make a great tag there at second.
1-1, swung on and cut foul.
That just misses a Jeep.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down.
How far away do you park here, guys?
I park all the way down by the soccer field.
Good choice.
1-2 from the righty. On the ground towards the middle, it's Bonko. Bobbles. There'll be no play at first.
And that took a wicked ricochet right off of the hill. There wasn't anything Bonko was able to do. He was trying to rate it, but it ended up looking like a Enigma code there when it finally reached Bonko. He wasn't able to make the grab, and you'll take the base runners when you can here with Steinert with how well up until now the Irish defense has played.
9-hole hitter, it's John Copera. An .833 OPS entering today. Klenna with a move over to first.
And what you love here for Steinert is trying to get Copana on the base paths any way you can, and trying to keep things up here at the top of the order, coming back over, and Dom DeFrancis coming back.
Pitch is in there for a called strike.
And DeFrancis, in his first at-bat, didn't produce a whole lot on the base path, anything on the base pass, but he was able to make some solid contact, get some solid timing down on Klenna.
0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. Hope that foul ball doesn't hit a car. If your car gets dinged up from broken windshields to dents or major auto body work, call Chris's Auto Body with 3 convenient locations at 212 Lincoln Highway, 215-710-1080. No balls, 2 strikes. A man on first, and a move over to check on him. For Copera this season, 14 hits, leads the team as 9 RBIs, tied for first. Leads the team in stolen bases with 3. Bucenico gets his lead, and the 0-2, a swing is enticed on the elevated fastball. 5 punch-outs for Klenna. He's had at least 1 in each inning so far.
Well, that'll bring Dom DeFrancis right back to the plate here, and Brian Giolello is going to have a conversation with him, giving him some words of advice down the third base line with the top of the order flipping back over.
DeFrancis 0 for 1, grounded out to Sal Kearns at second base his first time up. But DeFrancis poses a ton of speed from the left side. Definitely capable of getting a bunt down. We'll see if he tries to bunt for a hit here with 2 down. Valentino a step inside the bag at third. Bundick holding the runner at first in the pitch. He shows bunt and takes. There goes Bucenico. The throw from Guire, delayed and too high. Stolen base for Bucenico. He's in scoring position.
And now the ball's going to get away.
Behind home plate. Bucenico takes third. The Irish throwing it around the infield. And now they're going to call the runner at third out, it looks like.
I don't know, Klenna was asking whether that was a dead ball or not.
And now are the umpires going to confer? The ball was dead. Bucenico will go back to second base. And now Brian Giolello will want an explanation.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a broken play there. I think he just wanted a brief explanation, just trying to get things over. And that was a crisis averted here for Notre Dame, because you've nearly got the game-tying run at the hot corner with DeFrancis looking to pull one into the outfield here for a solid RBI to tie this game. And instead, the runner's still in scoring position, but instead of not being 90 feet away, he's 180 feet.
Well, heads up play, whoever it was, whether it was Kearns or
definitely
Klenna to call timeout before that ball sailed. Making sure it was a dead ball. 1-0 the count. Runner on second in Bucenico. Pitch from Klenna. Roped, foul down the right field line and out of play. A ball and a strike.
You know, with how many games we have had over the last couple of years, I'm a bit surprised we haven't had a ball come our way here at Notre Dame.
We've had plenty.
And smack the camera. Hopefully, you know, not knock on wood or knock on plastic here for our table.
There's a wooden pole right there if you want to knock on it.
A little too far. I'll knock during the middle of the third.
There you go. 1-1. DeFrancis takes Squire with a back pick, unable to get it cleanly, and a good read from Bucenico at second base. Off on the instinct that time as soon as he saw it heading for the dirt. He's on third now.
Well, he'll get to the hot corner anyway, so.
2-1, 2 down. DeFrancis awaits. Klenna ready at the letters. 2-1 pitch. Off the hands. Fielded by Bundick, but it's foul.
And DeFrancis thanking his lucky stars there that just pulled foul at the 11th hour.
Yeah, good alignment that time from Bundick. He's playing pretty close to the line, well behind the first base bag. Counts even 2-2 with 2 away. Top of inning number 3, Irish on top 1-0. Right-hander peers into Guire. He's got his sign. He's ready. 2-2 on the way. Line towards right center. That's going to get down and tie the game. Dom DeFrancis comes through with 2 down in the top of the third. The throw back to first gets away from Bundick, but not far enough for DeFrancis to take advantage. An RBI single for Dom DeFrancis ties us up. It's his 6th RBI of the season.
So the Spartans, despite the chaos there and the controversy with the timeout dead ball call, they're going to end up tying this game anyway on a solid single there to right field by DeFrancis. And the leadoff hitter doing leadoff hitter things, and it's a brand new ball game here at Father John D'Onofrio Field.
DeFrancis dancing off first base, a threat to go. Klenna will throw over. Stephen Wright at the dish, 0 for 1. He struck out swinging. DeFrancis a strong secondary. The pitch grooved in by Klenna for a called strike. Bundick playing on the bag. Move over, there goes DeFrancis for second. They got a chance at him, he's picked off. Bonko running him back. Bundick chasing him down, puts the tag on him for out number 3. A good read by Klenna, had a feeling DeFrancis might be going. And a strong move from the right-hander gets the pickoff for the final out. A run comes across on the RBI single from DeFrancis with 2 down for the Spartans. They tie things up here in the top of the third. On to the bottom half here from Notre Dame.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. Whether you're road tripping in the all-new RAV4, sprinting through your sports schedule in the Sienna, or hitting the farmer's market with friends in a Camry, Team Toyota has a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for your drive. Plus, our award-winning service centers will keep you on the road all summer long. Team Toyota, ready for wherever summer takes you. Stop in today or visit teamtoyota.net.
Now open in Hamilton, DiLorenzo's The Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue. Notre Dame alumni Tyler DiLorenzo, a third-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trenton tomato pie traditions back to Hamilton. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, proud to sponsor today's game and proud to sponsor our Player of the Game interview following the conclusion of today's broadcast here on WBCB. And just around the corner, another fun summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half season ticket memberships are available. Season games or single game tickets are on sale as well. Visit TrentonThunder.com/tickets to get yours today. Trenton Thunder baseball, big league futures, major league fun. Jimmy Iacona to lead things off for Notre Dame. It's 9-1-2 to begin the bottom of the third. Frank Mazzella back out there, kicks and deals, and Iacona fouls this one off towards the softball field.
Trying to get a look at the score over the softball field as everybody ducking and covering there with that baseball coming down. Trying to see if we've got any other action here right now. We got Robbinsville and Ewing going on. Trying to get an out-of-town score from them here in a brief moment.
0-1. Swung on and lifted towards deep center field. DeFrancis has it measured, and he'll race over to make the catch.
Iacona had some pretty good pull on that. Got about 350 of the 357 or 8 feet that you need to get a home run here.
Lineup flips over. Here's Rocco Valentino. He's 1 for 1 with a double. Stranded on base. First pitch from Mazzella. An off-speed pitch that catches the outer edge. Gets ahead against Valentino, 0-1. Lefty kicks and deals. Bouncer towards the mound, gloved. Thrown to first in plenty of time. 2 up and 2 down. Not an easy man to set down, Rocco Valentino. A 1-3 put out. And here's Joey Bonco, nobody aboard and 2 down.
Bonco trying to make up for that bobble he had in this top end of the third inning that indirectly caused the run to score there.
First pitch called strike to Bonco, 0-1. He's 0 for 1 today. Popped out to second base over to Stephen Wright. His first time up. Mazzella's 0-1. Lays on the off speed, swings at it, sends it deep to right, but there is another man, Nick Lepore. Right place, right time. Couple of atom balls in the inning. Mazzella induces 2 flyouts, and he sets down the Irish in order, 1-2-3. Tied at 1 through 3. You're watching Mercer County Baseball on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate.
Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot or any type of shot or vaccine. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health to learn more. Stay healthy, Hamilton. 2, 3, and 4 for Steinert. Stephen Wright, Caden Hurley, and Matt Morris to the plate. And a new pitcher into the game for Notre Dame. Matt Smith comes in out of the pen after 3 innings of 1-run baseball and 5 punch-outs from Josh Klenna. They make the switch here to Matt Smith. Smith, the senior, 10 1/3 innings, 9 hits scattered this season. First pitch swinging to Valentino at third. Hot shot. Bundick with the pick at first.
Well, they don't call it the hot corner for nothing, as a blazing shot there right towards third base, and Valentino, not only a great grab, a beautiful throw across the diamond for an incredible 5-3 putout to kick things off here in this 4th inning. What a play.
Here's Caden Hurley coming to the plate. First pitch from Smith, off speed. That one just misses a bit low, 1-0.
I do like that decision to try and pull one there from right. You know, fresh pitcher just trying to get a sense of the timing early on.
1-0. In there, and it's 1-1. A very over-the-top delivery from the senior righty Matt Smith. A 2.03 earned run average entering today. First on the team. 1-1. Breaker for a called strike 2. Smith ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. 1 down, nobody aboard. Top of the 4th. Tied at 1 apiece. Has his sign from Guire, a deep breath. The pitch fouled off the hands towards the bleachers and out of play. A beautiful day for baseball, not a cloud in sight. Fans filling both baselines here in one of Mercer County's finest rivalries between Steinert and Notre Dame. A ball and 2 strikes with 1 down. Smith from the belt. Cut on and missed. First punch out for Smith. Sets the first 2 he faces down in order. That's his 9th punch out of the season. And here comes Matt Morris. Today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who wishes all their students the best of luck this school term. First pitch swinging Morris, hot shot, that one unable to be gloved by Valentino. Would have really had reflexes like a cat over there if he was able to glove that one. That ball was scorched, and a base hit into left field.
Yeah, and that hit just off of the lip between the grass and the dirt, and that ricocheted just away from the glove of Valentino. I think if he would have been right in the way of that, he may have used up 8 of his 9 lives, but if you're a cat. But overall, another good poke here for Steinert.
Morris moving into the team lead, now tied for the team lead and hits with 14. Here's Nick Lepore. First pitch from Smith. Called strike on the outside edge, 0-1. Lepore 0 for 1. He struck out swinging back in the 2nd. Morris over there on first base does move well. Just 1 stolen base for him on the season as he inches off. Bundick playing the bag in the pitch. Lifted towards first base. Bundick has it measured, moves in and makes the catch for out number 3. Matt Smith strands a runner, keeps us tied at 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Spartans of Steinert and the Irish of Notre Dame here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
3, 4, and 5 due up for the Irish. As we remind you, today's game is brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. Visit mercercountyprosecutor.com to learn more today. Today's game also brought to you by the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com. Sweetek, Guire, and Liberto due up for Notre Dame. Tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Frank Mazzello remaining in, the left-hander. He's been solid to this point. Sweetek requesting time, stepping out. We'll have to wait just a bit longer for the first pitch. Back in from the right side. Mazzella kicks and deals. Backs him away, 1-0.
You know what I didn't do that last half inning was knock that wooden post to the left of us, and lo and behold, you and I had a moment there.
Yeah, that ball came in quick.
Right before we went back on air.
1-0, quickly 2-0.
Just off the left thumb there.
I just don't have the reflexes I used to. Simply put, once played a little bit of third base, and now I don't even know when the ball's coming my way. 2-0 is cut on and placed into center field. Sweetek's first hit of the day. And the leadoff man aboard for Notre Dame for the 3rd time this afternoon.
Good to see Sweetek in the hit category, and talking about you don't know when the ball was coming your way, but just going back to the incredible catch he had in center field a couple of innings ago, he certainly knew when the ball was coming his way, and he's trying to contribute to get Notre Dame back in the lead here. He got the go-ahead run on the base paths, and they'll try to keep things going here with another hit to lead things off here.
Josh Guire coming to the plate. 5 extra base hits for Josh this year. Leads the team in triples, 2nd in doubles. Move off first. Sweetek is picked off. Mazzella looked like he went home. That looked very much like a balk.
It definitely
Here comes
did.
Joe Drulis. I mean, that was like he could have thrown that ball home and then back to first. His leg was all the way home. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, because initially, initially I thought he got him with the look back to first, back over to home, and then quickly fired it back over. I initially thought it was going to be called a balk as well.
Yeah, that's just not the right call. So Sweetek is mowed down on what should have been a balk, but it's a pickoff instead. And now 1 down, nobody aboard. Josh Guire behind, no balls and a strike.
And I'm surprised there wasn't a discussion there between the umpires.
Right. I mean, I know the home plate umpire doesn't have the angles. That pitch misses 1-1, but you can tell when the knee is coming towards you. That's for sure. And, I mean, we could tell here from first base. Everybody could tell on this side of the field. Guire towards the middle. Right backhand. Strong throw across the diamond. 2 down.
Great throw there, deep in second from Stephen Wright, and he was able to just get that back to the first base in time. And that's the type of series of events that really fuels into the momentum for Steinert.
Yeah.
You know, they, much like a lot of these CVC teams, are teams that play the best when they've got momentum on their side. Particularly with their infield defense, once they got the mojo, once they get into that groove, there's almost no stopping them.
Liberto swings, laces it towards DeFrancis. Right at him for out number 3. A quick inning for Mazzella as he gets the pickoff to end the inning. Another quick inning. The Irish go down scoreless. We're through 4.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
On to the top of the fifth. Matt Smith remains in the game for the Irish. And a proud sponsor of today's game, the Hun School of Princeton, offering a variety of great summer camps. The Calibri Spanish Immersion Camp, grades K through 5, June 22nd through July 24th. hunschool.org/summer to learn more today. And for over 30 years, Mercer Bucks Orthopedics, providing expert orthopedic care to keep you moving. World-class orthopedic care in your hometown from Mercer Bucks Orthopedic. Shoulder, hand, wrist, hip, knee to non-surgical procedures and pain management. Mercer Bucks Orthopedics, a proud sponsor of today's game on WBCB. Sal Kearns will be up next time the Irish come to the plate. This time for Steinert, it's Anthony Prazdesimo, Jason Fisher, and Justin Bucenico. Prazdesimo and Bucenico sounds like a very successful and very Italian law firm. First pitch fired in by Smith at the thigh level. It's 0-1. Prazdesimo 0 for 1. He struck out swinging against Josh Klena. That was in the second. Right-hander Smith continuing to work from the stretch. 0-1, turned on and blasted. Deep center field, Sweetek, he's under it and there to make the catch.
Yeah, if he got a little bit of wind behind that, I think that would have been off into the woods. A towering Adam ball deep into center field.
Yeah, the wind just died all of a sudden. No any type of breeze at all, which is very rare, especially at Notre Dame.
There's the wind again.
Kicks in now. Here's Jason Fisher. Grounded out over to third base his last time up. Swings and places this one into right field in front of Liberto. He fields it on a hop and gets it in. A one-out single for Fisher. He's aboard for the first time today.
Well, now Steinert trying to get things going as they're trying to get Notre Dame to dig a little deeper into their bullpen. You and I were a bit surprised to see Klena pulled it early in this game. I'm pretty sure Julius is trying to keep his arm a little bit fresh here for the upcoming CVC tournament this weekend with Notre Dame at the 9 seed. You know, that's the only explanation I can really think of, because Klena, he was looking a tad bit rickety, but nothing too alarming there here for the Notre Dame starter.
Pitch runner comes on for Jason Fisher, a new runner into the game. It's Benjamin Nitti.
And I got Matt Smith who's trying to weather the storm here as Steinert looking to take their first lead of the afternoon here. It's top of the fifth, and they are chugging.
Smith from the stretch, a runner on board, good speed and Nitti. First pitch swinging popped up towards the Irish dugout. Tough play, Guire can't make the catch.
The wind picking up there. It giveth and it taketh here for the Irish, and Guire thought he had it red. It's just straight up into the air, and the wind just saying, nope, I'm just going to buff it a little bit out in front of you.
New life for Bucenico. Reached on an error to short his last time up. Came around to score the only Steinert run. There goes Nitti. Swing and a foul with the hit and run on, and he'll have to head back to first. No balls and 2 strikes. A lot for Smith to work with here.
And Nitti was busting out of the gate there, trying to scramble home like we saw in the Kentucky Derby a couple of days ago.
Smith set at the belt. Nitti leads. Goes the 0-2. High. Guire's throw to second base on line. Not in time as Nitti gets the back corner of the bag and beats the tag, and Joe Drulis is going to come out of the dugout.
Yeah, that was a little close for comfort there, and Drulis not happy, and I really don't blame him. This has been a little bit of a gong show there for the
Joe
umpires.
Drulis is fired up. You don't see this often, but it's happened multiple times this season where he comes out to argue a call.
You know, there have been quite a few questionable calls in this game. I wouldn't say it's been a little bit of a gong show umpiring-wise, but it hasn't been a full-blown disaster of Angel Hernandez or C.B. Buckner proportions. And it's really, we haven't seen a whole lot, you know, from the home plate umpire. It's been the field judge that we've seen a lot of controversy brewing.
That's two questionable calls that go against the Irish in this one. The missed balk. A breaking ball is a called third strike as Bucenico goes down looking. 2 down, a runner in scoring position here for Steinert.
I'm trying to think back because there's been a lot of controversy, particularly at that second base. I think there may have been 3 or 4 instances going against the Irish on calls there over at the far bag.
Here's John Copera, a runner in scoring position and 2 away. The pitch to him. Sliced foul back behind us. Copera, a .389 batter entering today. 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. Entered tied for first with RBIs at 9 for the Spartans.
I believe he was able to extend the right now the only run here for Steinert to at least second on a fielder's choice.
0-1. Cut on, got a piece of it in and out of the mitt of Guire. Ball ruled foul and dead. It's 0-2.
Yeah, Steiners, they've got a pretty fast base runner there out at second. He was about maybe a third of the way down the baseline there between second and third on that foul tip.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Nitty off second. He takes off the pitch, blocked by Guire in the dirt, and the leading run 90 feet away for Steinert.
Yeah, Nitty, I think he was probably going to get to third safe in time, but, you know, you'll take the worm burner up into the catcher's mask of Guire and the blocked wild pitch to officially get you to the hot corner. He's taking a big lead off third again.
1-2. On the ground to second, Kearns gets a high hop, flips it to Bundick, and the inning is over. Matt Smith strands the leading run 90 feet away, keeps us tied at 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1 apiece on WBCB.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. Whether you're road tripping in the all-new RAV4, sprinting through your sports schedule in the Sienna, or hitting the farmer's market with friends in a Camry, Team Toyota has a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for your drive. Plus, our award-winning service centers will keep you on the road all summer long. Team Toyota, ready for wherever summer takes you. Stop in today or visit teamtoyota.net.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Chris Autobody hopes you are enjoying today's game. Chris Autobody, 20 short minutes from Hamilton Township in Fairless Hills. Family owned and operated by Hamiltonians and proud sponsor of WBCB High School Sports. And Saul Funeral Homes, a proud sponsor of today's game since 1899. Saul Funeral Homes, serving the greater Hamilton Township area. First pitch swinging, it's Sal Kearns, 6, 7, and 8 here for Notre Dame. Kearns reached on an error his first time up, but was caught stealing. He fouls that one off. It's 0-1. Mazzella back out for inning number 5 on his line today. It's Kearns out in front off the top of the bat, and it's 0-2.
Couple of healthy hacks there for Kearns here to quickly go down into that 0-2 hole. Caught out a little bit ahead of it, like you said, that time around, and had some decent timing on the first hit. Was able to get contact on both of these. Just trying to nail down the timing. Just needs to wait off a little bit. But he's quickly in that deep 0-2 deficit right now.
Mazzella's 0-2. Called high. 1-2.
Try to get him to chase on the upstairs fastball.
Wide stance from the left-handed bat, Kearns. The sophomore awaits. The senior lefty kicks and deals. Takes one down and outside. Count goes even at 2.
Try to drop that one to the bucket. I think he may have been relying on Hurley to try to frame it a little bit there.
2-2. Outside, count full.
And what seemed like originally a pretty deep 0-2 deficit. He's one ball away from leading off on base here. Baseball is just funny like that, how quickly a count can change, Mike.
Payoff pitch. Outside for ball 4. Leadoff man is aboard yet again for Notre Dame. They've struggled to do anything with it. 4 out of the 5 innings today, they've gotten the leadoff man aboard.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Mike. That has been the biggest struggle bus here for the Irish today. They've been really good to start things off here in the bottom of these frames, but they have not been able to capitalize. Fortunately for them, Steinert hasn't been able to capitalize either. That's why we're deadlocked at 1.
Move over to first. That time Mazzella stepping off the rubber. Doesn't want any debate. Here's Jai Johnson. He brought home Liberto to score the only Irish run today. A tapper to the left side of the mound. Shows bunt and takes. And a called strike is in there, 0-1.
Yeah, we noticed that wide stance earlier on here for this leadoff batter for Notre Dame, and now Johnson, one of the most narrow stances I can think of. He's pretty much just standing straight up like a pole in the batter's box.
Move over to first. Another questionable move from the left-hander Mazzella. That time the knee a little bit closer, but still teetering on that line.
I know you're still fired up about that.
I'm not fired up about it. It's just
not fired up, but a little bit. What's the correct wordage here? Surprised, perplexed. Some other thesaurus words.
Yeah, it was a very egregious miss. I mean, a lot of people, even the Steinert fans and the Steinert players, were kind of shocked that it wasn't ruled the way it was supposed to be. Johnson with a beauty, bunts it. Mazzella fields cleanly, flips it over to first in time. Giambrone over at first there on the cover.
Well, Johnson able to move the runner into scoring position, doing his job. Now the go-ahead run halfway home.
Johnson with a sacrifice, successful that time around. Here's Dylan Bundick, gave it a good ride to center field, just right at Dom DeFrancis. Kearns leading off second, right playing him close to the bag. Pitch from the lefty, popped up by Bundick in the infield. Right coming in, he'll make the catch.
And the price is right once again on that one as he's able to grab that second out. He's been busy with those infield pop-ups at that second base spot.
It's the 3rd pop-up he's recorded today.
Had 2 in a row there back in the bottom of the 1st, I think.
There's a couple of 4-3 putouts on his line as well. He's been very active. 2 down. Here's Jimmy Iacona with a runner in scoring position. Mazzella ready, here it comes. Hot shot to third, through the hole into left field. Kearns gonna have the brakes thrown on there. The throw comes in through the glove of Bucenico at shortstop. Just kind of rolls behind third base. Runners at the corners. 2 down, the Irish still threatening.
And that was a good play there from the left fielder for Steinert, as he was able to just barely stop that to keep that relatively within the confines of the infield. But now runners at the corners with 2 away. And this late into the game here in the bottom of the 5th. Golden opportunity here for Steinert with a top of the order. I believe flipping back over now. With Valentino now, yeah, so the top of the order's come back over. Valentino up for the 3rd time. He's got a great chance to put his team right back out in front here with a single.
Could argue no better person to have at the dish here for the Irish. The team leader in hits and average. Mazzella's move over to first. Back in standing as Iacona had it read. You think now at this point the Irish really just going to stay modest over there with the left-hander on the mound as He's gotten 3 different runners off the base paths today. Valentino sits back, shoots it to short. Buccianico taking it the short way to second. And Mazzella strands 2 more. Tied at 1 through 5 here in a classic. The Spartans of Steinert, the Irish of Notre Dame, 2 of Mercer County's finest, tied through 5.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
DiLorenzo's The Berg now open in Hamilton Township at 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, 3rd-generation pie maker and Notre Dame alumni, bringing his iconic tomato pie back to Hamilton Township. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 9 p.m., Saturdays, noon to 9 p.m., and Sundays, 4 to 9 p.m. Closed on Mondays. DiLorenzo's The Berg, a proud sponsor of today's game on WBCB, and the HTEA taking this time to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Dom DeFrancis to lead things off. Top of the lineup for Steinert. Tied at 1 apiece. Top of inning number 6. The first pitch from Matt Smith back out for another inning of relief work is high. A ball and no strikes.
And how to know that you're a professional, Mike, you did about half of those reads without even looking at them.
After a while, you get used to them. 1-0. Good block down in the dirt, but it's 2 balls and no strikes now the count. Smith came on after 3 solid innings from Josh Klenna here in his 3rd inning of relief work. Two-0. Catches the corner at the knees. Two-one. Quickly, 2-2. A long stroll around the mound for Smith. Retoes the rubber and looks into Dwyer. Has his sign and comes set. The 2-2. Line towards center. That's going to drop in front of Switek. A 2-hit day for Dom DeFrancis, the leadoff man aboard for Steinert here in the top of the 6th.
This young man has got a lot of talent. He's been busy in center field, and he's been busy in the batter's box today. 2 for 3 on the afternoon so far. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if he's committed anywhere yet.
A multi-sport athlete, DeFrancis, a ton of success, the leading tackler this past season on the gridiron for the Spartans. A staple at the top of the lineup here for Brian Giolella on the baseball diamond. 2 for his last 2 for 3 on the afternoon is DeFrancis. Here's Stephen Wright, 0 for 2 today. And a move over from Smith to check on DeFrancis back in safely. 2 stolen bases for Dom on the year, was picked off earlier. There he goes for second. Bunt placed, beauty. Smith charges, gloves, the throw to first is in time. 1 down, but the leading run in scoring position with good speed in DeFrancis.
And he was able to safely get to second.
Bring up Caden Hurley, 0 for 2, a couple of swinging Ks on his line so far.
Now, we have talked about Stephen Wright a lot in this game, and that's exactly what you have to do. Get those sacrifice moments, you know, whether it be sacrificing a bunt or rather just a little dinker in the infield, trying to move the runners on the bases. And he has played his role to perfection, both defensively and offensively so far.
Smith places one in there, a called strike. 0-1 to Hurley. 0 for his last 4, dating back to last game. Oh, 1. Popped up, heading towards the bleachers, well out of play.
That smacked a tree.
Oh, 2 with 1 down. DeFrancis in scoring position off second base. Kearns, the second baseman, playing him close to the bag. Smith ready at the belt. The pitch. Blocked by Guire. DeFrancis, a great jump. The throw, the tag. Not in time. Dom DeFrancis, 90 feet away, representing the leading run.
I genuinely cannot believe that he wasn't caught dead to rights. It was a little bit closer than you wanted there for Notre Dame. And I really thought they got the tag there in time. Goodness gracious.
1-2 the count. Smith's pitch. Popped up, not too deep, a bit of carry. Under it is Liberto, tagging DeFrancis. Here comes the throw, on line and backed up by Smith. DeFrancis goes back to third.
That was a wise hesitation there from DeFrancis, but he could have been home since he dropped the ball there at the catcher's spot. And that could, if DeFrancis is stranded out here at third, that could be a turning point in this game here, Mike.
Brian Giolella not wanting to risk it with this man coming to the dish. It's Matt Morris. He singled his last time up.
Patience is a virtue, and we'll see if it'll pay off here for the Spartans.
Morris takes outside, 1-0. Tied at 1 apiece, top of inning number 6. Smith from the belt and the pitch. Gets away. Here comes DeFrancis. He'll score, and Steinert leads 2-1.
And the patience does pay off as DeFrancis is the train coming through the tracks. And he's able to give the Spartans their first lead of the day. And what a game this has turned out to be. 2 unanswered runs here for the Spartans. One of them coming to the top of the third, the other one now coming here in the top of the 6th. And Steinert now at the helm here of this contest.
2-0. Belted to deep left field. Iacona has it measured. He's there for out number 3. A run comes across for Steinert. They take a 1-run lead, 2-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. The Irish Bats look for a response.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
In the mid-70s, if I had to gauge.
For over 30 years, Mercer Bucks Orthopedics has provided expert orthopedic care to keep you moving. World-class orthopedic care here in your hometown from Mercer Bucks Orthopedics. Shoulder, hand, wrist, hip, knee, and non-surgical procedures and pain management. Mercer Bucks Orthopedics is there for you. Elite athletes, schools, colleges, or weekend warriors. Mercer Bucks Orthopedics is committed to your recovery. They have their own surgery center in Mercer County and 3 locations to serve you. Mercer Bucks Orthopedics. Hope you enjoy today's game on WBCB. As well as the Trenton Thunder. Visit TrentonThunder.com/tickets to get yours today. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. 2, 3, and 4 for Notre Dame. Joey Bonco to get things going. Frank Mazzello back out for the bottom of the 6th. First pitch breaker placed in for a called strike, 0-1. Bonko so far today 0 for 2. He flew out to right his last time up. 0-1 from Mazzella. Fastball misses.
And the tables of this game have really turned in favor of the Spartans. They've got the last 2 runs in this 2-1 lead here.
1-1. Bonko taking. Missing high, 2 balls and a strike.
We got Joey Castanedas. Looks like he's going to be going to the bullpen here for Notre Dame.
Bonko can't hold up the check swing. It's 2-2.
Got some action in the Steinert bullpen as well. But you and I were talking about it right before we went back on air about trying to gauge what Mazzella's pitch count is right now. And we're gauging probably high 70s, low 80s, if anything.
2-2 fouled off the foot of Bonko. We'll do it once more.
You know, that's really just been how Notre Dame hasn't been really that patient in the batter's box right now. They've been just trying to hack at everything. We've only seen, what, 1 or 2 walks, if that, from Mazzella today. Notre Dame, especially on these first and second pitches, they've been swinging. And that's been keeping this pitch count low here for Mazzella.
Just 1 walk for Mazzella through 5+ innings so far. This one shot on the ground towards second. Right, gets it on a short hop, flips to first in time. Another 4-3 putout for the second baseman, Stephen Wright. He's been active on the right side of the diamond today.
The right side has been the right side for Stephen Wright, and was more impressive. He was able to correctly read that ball as it was coming up off the lip between the grass and the dirt, and he didn't even need to change his glove. He knew exactly where it was going. Quickly 1 away here to start things off.
Sweetek, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. No balls and a strike. Hope that foul ball doesn't hit a car. Sounded like it just did. If your car gets dinged up from broken windshields to dents or major auto body work, Chris's Auto Body has you covered. 212 Lincoln Highway, or give him a call. 215-710-1080.
I think that hit about 2 or 3 cars out there.
Sweetek takes a breaker down. Count evens at 1 apiece. One. Line towards center field. That'll get down as it sneaks into right. Nick Lepore getting to it quickly. Sweetek held to a single and a 1-out base runner for Notre Dame.
And a good knock there for the Irish, and that's exactly what you need, is just trying to generate hits. I don't think Notre Dame, they haven't had a whole lot of hits in this contest, particularly in the last couple of innings. Their offense has really stagnated a lot as Mazzella's found his groove. He's begun to lock in.
It's just the 5th hit of the day for the Irish offense. Haven't had more than 1 in each inning. Wind kicks up, and the first pitch catches the outside part of the zone to Josh Squire.
And what I'm noticing Mazzella doing, he's looking back over at first a couple of different times, and a lot during his windup as well.
Moves over to first. That looks like another balk from Mazzella.
Yeah, and he's been getting really close there to triggering that balk.
Yeah, the balk rule is really simple. You can't deceive the runner, and it looks like he's definitely doing that with that move. On the ground to third, could be 2. Flip to second base for 1. Wright's return is in time. The Spartans roll 1 up. They keep the lead at 1. We're through 6 and on to the 7th.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. Whether you're road tripping in the all-new RAV4, sprinting through your sports schedule in the Sienna, or hitting the farmer's market with friends in a Camry, Team Toyota has a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for your drive. Plus, our award-winning service centers will keep you on the road all summer long. Team Toyota, ready for wherever summer takes you. Stop in today or visit teamtoyota.net.
DiLorenzo's The Burg Pizza at 147 Sloan Avenue, now in Hamilton Township. Proud to sponsor today's game on WBCB and proud to sponsor our Player of the Game interview coming up after the conclusion of this broadcast. Today's game also brought to you by Hyundai of Trenton at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Hyundai of Trenton, over 1,400 tariff-free cars waiting for you to test drive now.
I think Frank Mazzella has certainly given himself a pretty good chance here of being our player of the game, only allowing 5 hits. Hasn't had a whole lot of strikeouts on the card, but he has certainly played his part.
A 2-1 ball game. Matt Smith stays in for the Irish. And don't forget, you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com.
I'm a little bit surprised Smith is staying here in the game. We saw Notre Dame warming up a pitcher during that last half inning. You know, Smith, he has begun to show a little bit of rust. What was a really golden start for Smith has turned gilded a little bit here. But he'll return to the hill here in this top of the 7th. Sun beginning to peek down below a little bit here.
Nick Lepore will lead things off. First pitch taken low. Actually, this is Nico Feniello hitting in place of Nick Lepore.
How about that for Feniello? Getting some reps in here.
There is a chance Lepore could re-enter back in the field. 1-0 from Smith is high, 2 balls and no strikes. Feniello, a bright spot in this lineup, an 818 OPS entering today, and a 409 average to go along with a 409 slugging. 2-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Feniello going to be taking all the way here.
Well, a great start for Feniello, and we'll see if Brian Giolella here, just trying to add some runs, will give him the green light to what will likely be a fastball right down the middle here for Matty Smith.
.30 is high above the hands, a 4-pitch walk to start the top of the 7th.
Well, not quite the 3-0 fastball we're typically used to seeing. Smith trying to pace around and get a little bit of mojo here. Of course, you talk about, we've been mentioning the weather a lot here. A beautiful day for baseball, and of course, with the baseball world losing a legend here, not just in the baseball world, but the broadcasting world as well, with John Sterling, his passing earlier today. Longtime Yankees announcer, and even though neither you or I are Yankees fans, we're very impressed on what he was able to do, how he was able to transcend from just being a local radio announcer to a legend of the game.
Pinch hitter coming on, Tommy Ditta. Hitting in place of Anthony Prasdecimo.
And if you go back, not even 4 or 5 days ago, to the game against Robbinsville, where Ditta came out, and we're going to get a courtesy runner here. Ditta was playing at third base, took a hot shot, grounder right up into just above the left eye. And glad to see him back here playing. He's been in and out of the lineup here a little bit.
So Feniello draws the walk, and then they give Lepore the base running duties. He'll take over. Ditta showing bunt, takes high, 1-0.
The only way he was going to be able to bunt that pitch was maybe with a tennis racket.
This is the 4th inning of relief work for Matt Smith. Had 10 1/3 innings under his belt entering today. 2 balls and no strikes. The miss is continuing to be high, which typically a sign of tired legs. Joe Drool is looking down to see if an arm is ready. And time called.
And one may be ready. Hear them doing some pitching work in the pen right behind us.
Smith was effective, to say the least, out of the pen. Did a great job after Klenna's 3 innings of 1-run ball with 5 Ks, and he has been really the lead guy out of this pen all season long for Notre Dame. ERA at 2.03 entering this afternoon. They're going to keep him in here to try and battle through this one.
Giving him some words of encouragement. He says he's all right. You know, he has been keeping Steinert at bay as much as he can. You know, there's only so much you can do as a pitcher. You're not out there trying to produce runs against what's been really stellar pitching so far from Mazzell over on the Spartan side of the fence.
3 balls and no strikes to count to Tommy Ditta.
And all of these balls coming on bunt attempts, and Ditta quickly pulling back.
3-0. Ball 4. First and second, nobody out. Steinert threatening.
And this is an opportunity here. So we're going to get another mound meeting. I think we are ready to go here.
Yep, A.J. Cimino going to trot on down. He's looking like he's ready to go. You have to make a call to the pen here for Notre Dame. We'll step aside on WBCB. The Hunt School of Princeton, proud to sponsor today's game. Visit huntschool.org/summer to learn all about their great summer camps. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher for Notre Dame after this quick timeout. 2-1 the score, 2 aboard here in the top of the 7th with nobody out.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
It's the senior right-hander, A.J. Cimino, coming out of the pen. 2 2/3 innings so far this season. 3 hits scattered, 2 runs, both of them earned. 2 walks to 2 strikeouts so far. The right-hander comes in, runners at first and second for Steinert with nobody out in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, Cimino's been a stalwart reliever on this Notre Dame program for the last couple of years, and he's essentially going to be coming in as the fireman here. Matty Smith allowing 2 straight walks, trying to get things going, trying to strand some runners and give his team a fighting chance to get back in the game, just trailing by a run. But like you and I were talking about before this game, and this has been a theme all season long thus far, these 1-run deficits that have giveth and taketh here in droves for the Irish. And it looks like same song, about 8th or 9th verse here today, Mike.
Marco Giambrone coming to the dish. Senior digging in for the first time today from the left side. He's been in the field defensively for Steinert the last couple innings, taking over for Jason Fisher. Move towards second. Kearns covering and back in with a dive safely. That's Nick Lepore. Lepore on second. Ditta off of first. Bundick playing in at first base. Cimino's first pitch cut on and missed by Giambrone. No balls and a strike. Got him to expand the zone on an elevated fastball.
And he looked pretty early on that swing.
Spartans looking for some insurance here in the top of the 7th. 0-1. Out in front of the curveball. It's 0-2. Semino drops the hook down in the dirt. Gets Giambrone to fish. Ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, and Josh Guire going to come out before the 0-2 pitch. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Haldeman Ford here today, here yesterday, and here tomorrow.
Robbinsville currently up 10-2 over the Ewing Blue Devils over on the other side of Interstate 295.
Semino ahead, 0-2. Force at any bag defensively for the Irish. The pitch to Giambrone. Tapper towards first. Bundick, low hop, race to the bag. He wins it. Second and third, 1 down. Giambrone puts 2 into scoring position as he does a job on the ground out to the right side of the diamond.
And that's all you can do in that situation. Put some ducks on a pond here for the Spartans and trying to put this game potentially out of reach here for Notre Dame. And actually, I like to correct myself, on the opposite side of Olden Avenue, I should say, between Notre Dame and Ewing. 2 programs pretty close to each other mileage-wise. It's crazy to see just how closely knit together the CVC is all around Mercer County here.
Pinch hitter coming on in Justin Buccianico's spot. I thought it was, at least. Actually,
I think that's Buccianico.
nah, it's still him. They're going to intentionally walk him here to load the bases.
Why is that a droolless?
Well, Buccianico 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error back in the third, which he later brought home a run. They intentionally walk him here to put a force anywhere on the diamond. The infield in for Notre Dame. A hard hit ball could do some damage here for Steinert. 1 down. John Copera coming to the plate. Semino's pitch. Bouncer to third. Valentino comes home for 1. And that's all they'll get. 2 down, the bases stay loaded on the fielder's choice, 5-2.
And that was a great defensive play, heads up there between Valentino, and he was able to throw back to Guire, who was able to make the force out at home. And now keeping this game is just as simple as an infield dribbler here, but they got to get through Tom DeFrancis, who has been so dangerous in this game already. 2 hits on the day for the senior. And we'll see what he's able to do in this leadoff spot with the bases juiced. Could be a deciding moment in the game here.
Off the top of the bat towards short. Tough play. Bonko can't field it cleanly. Spartans get another.
They don't ask how it's done. They just ask that you do it. It will go down as an E6, but I think DeFrancis will take it anyway. And that little dribbler just spinning off of the glove of Bonko. He wasn't able to hold on. And Steinert will make you pay. The bases remain loaded, and we'll see if the Spartans are able to turn on the merry-go-round here.
Pitch to Stephen Wright, taken inside, 1-0.
That one missed its spot there.
0-2 today is Wright. A sac bunt his last time up, 1-3 on the putout. Semino's 1-0. Popped up, back behind first. Liberto there for out number 3. The Spartans get a run across. They push the lead to 2. 3-1 the score, last chance for Notre Dame. We're on to the bottom of the 7th, here from Father John Donofrio Field. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by Mercer Bucks Orthopedics, providing expert orthopedic care in the Mercer and Bucks areas for over 30 years. Chris Auto Body, a proud sponsor of today's game, hopes you enjoy it. Chris Auto Body, owned and operated by Hamiltonians, located on Fairless Hills in Pennsylvania. And Hamilton Township Division of Health, Visit hamiltonnj.com/health to learn more today. Stay healthy, Hamilton. Last chance here for Notre Dame. Mazzella back out on the mound here in the bottom of the 7th, looking for the complete game effort. Gave up a run back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Zeros posted ever since. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 here for Notre Dame. Liberto, Kearns, and Jai Johnson.
And the good news for the Irish is that this has been their heart of the order, and this has been the part of the order that's gotten the most production here hitting-wise. We'll see if they're able to put them back within striking distance here, but the offense has really tapered off ever since that run in the bottom of the 2nd, and it really has been a pitcher's duel, but not as long as we thought. We thought Josh Klanda was maybe going to stay a little bit longer than 3 innings. Frank Mazzella, like you said, trying to go the distance here.
Liberto ready. The first pitch to him is taken all the way. And take the bat off his shoulder, 1-0. Liberto doubled back in the 2nd, came around to score. He flew out to Dom DeFrancis back in the 4th. Mazzella's 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Base runners of the utmost importance here for Notre Dame, and they know it. Liberto was taking all the way pitch 1. Ahead now, 2-0. The left-hander kicks and deals. It's taken above the hands. 3 balls and no strikes. Activity continuing down in the pen for Steinert as a right-hander continues to get loose.
And the last thing you want from Mazzella is put anything well placed in the zone right now. We know Liberto has been really good at knocking some balls here today.
Shows bunt, takes high, and a 4-pitch walk begins the bottom of the 7th. Notre Dame brings the tying run to the plate with a man aboard and nobody out. Sal Kearns comes up. He's 0 for 1, reached on an error back in the 2nd. He walked, the only walk today for the Irish offense in the 5th.
And we are going to get a brief mound meeting here.
The only walk, I should say, before that walk from Liberto on a 4-pitch instance. A meeting out on the mound is Steinert wanted to talk some things over with the senior lefty Mazzella, trying to gauge how much is left in the tank. Longtime pitching coach Rick Freeman really is a staple of this Steinert Spartans program. You think about all the great pitching success that they've had, and it's really been Rick Freeman that's been behind a lot of it. Brian Giolella doesn't try and shy around with that. He tells it all the time that he's way better off with Rick going out there and having some words with his pitchers than it is with him going out there most of the time. And it's always good to have somebody like that on your staff. Freeman, a very valuable pitching coach. Some words with Mazzella on the mound. Liberto leads in the pitch to Kearns. A called strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Good response from Mazzella after the 4-pitch walk to Liberto.
Still trying to see who's warming up there in the bullpen there for Steinert.
Kearns takes. That one misses low and the count goes even.
And now we're starting to see Notre Dame taking a lot of these counts here. Trying to be patient, trying to work that pitch count a little bit up there for Mazzella, who's about to reach the triple-digit mark, I think.
Another pitch missing down and outside. 2 balls and a strike to Sal Kearns. The walk for Kearns in the 5th was his 6th of the season. Mazzella comes set just above the belt. 2-1. Kearns swings and fouls that one off. A bit out in front as he just gets a piece.
That tapped the home plate umpire a little bit on the right leg. He's going to shake it off.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Liberto on first, nobody out. Notre Dame trailing 3-1, bottom of the 7th. Two coming. Line towards the middle, into center field. Liberto moves station to station for Kearns, his first hit of the day. First and second, tying run aboard. Leading run coming to the plate for Notre Dame. And Dean Garbolino going to come in and courtesy run for Sal Kearns.
And that was an absolute poke shot right through the gap there. Thought Wright was just going to be able to ledge over, but he wasn't able to. And it looks like the day will be done for Mazzella. He will go 6 innings even. And Steinert will indeed go to the bullpen, and this is the momentum you need here for Notre Dame, trying to get your first in-division win of the season. And they've got a pretty good opportunity to, but trying to go make an call to the arm barn here is Steinert, and they're just trying to hold on to this 2-run lead.
The Irish trying to dial up some of the same energy they had against Manalapan their last contest, pushing runs across in their last offensive inning to secure a 1-run victory. Pitching change for Steinert. We'll tell you all about it on the other side of this timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school baseball on WBCB.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. Whether you're road tripping in the all-new RAV4, sprinting through your sports schedule in the Sienna, or hitting the farmer's market with friends in a Camry, Team Toyota has a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for your drive. Plus, our award-winning service centers will keep you on the road all summer long. Team Toyota, ready for wherever summer takes you. Stop in today or visit teamtoyota.net.
Joe Maglione, the right-hander, into the game for Steinert. Looking to close the door and get the final 3 outs. First and second for Notre Dame with nobody out. And it's Brady Johnson coming to the plate. Hitting here in the 7th spot in place of Jai Johnson.
So the Irish going from one Johnson to the other, and they're looking to smoke one into the atmosphere here.
26 innings pitched for Maglione this season. 35 hits, 24 runs, just 9 earned. A 2.42 earned run average this year. A move towards second and back in standing Liberto.
And Maglione and Mazzella have really been the two-headed monster here pitching-wise for this Steinert program. Maglione has kind of been in that 1A spot, but they've been both really electric so far here. I'm surprised to see Maglione come in out of the bullpen, but that's just how much this game really means to Steinert, trying to beat a tough private school like Notre Dame here.
Garbolino off first, Liberto off second, the pitch. Johnson tries to bunt, it gets away. 2 in scoring position, nobody out for Notre Dame.
And the game-winning run now in scoring position with ducks on a pond. I thought initially that was a bunt off the bat of Johnson, or may have tipped foul, but
yeah, no
just
argument
caught
from the
away.
Steinert dugout either. Didn't hear it ping off the bat. No balls in a strike. Garbolino representing the tying run. He's on second. Giambrone in at first. Right-hander kicks and deals. Bunt from Johnson, caught by Maglione. Diving grab off the mound, 1 away.
And that was a high-risk, high-reward decision there from Maglione. We've seen that a lot out of that young man in this last week. And he knew that if he wasn't able to grab that, that would have been ball game. He lunged out anyway. He was able to make the grab, no tags, and a crucial first out here.
Big out number 1, and here comes Steve Nemenko. Hitting in place of Dylan Bundick. Maglione peeks at second, comes home. Nemenko pops it up in the infield. Maglione makes the call and the catch. Steinert 1 out away. Back-to-back pop-outs to the pitcher. You just don't see that often.
No, you do not.
And here's Jimmy Iacona, the senior left fielder, the Irish, down to their last out. They get the first 2 aboard and put them in scoring position with nobody out. Maglione doing the work himself on the mound. Iacona awaits the pitch. Inside, almost gets him, 1-0. A hard hit single for Jimmy his last time up. Laced it through the hole in left field. Garbolino with great speed leads the team in runs scored off the bench this season with 11. 1-0. Iacona shoots it to third, off the glove. 1 run will score. Garbolino's coming home. We're tied. Throw gets away. Iacona thinking second, but he stays put. The senior delivers for Notre Dame.
And that is CVC baseball at its finest. It is never over until that final out is recorded. And it is a brand new ball game here at Notre Dame. And they are able to tie it up on a wonky play. I believe it'll go down as an E5. Goodness gracious, what a game this has transpired into be.
2 runs come across. 2 down, winning run on first. Top of the order, it's Rocco Valentino. Move over to first. Giambrone there with the tag, and back in safely is Iacona. Does run well. Valentino awaits in the pitch, tries to get a bunt down, but fouls that one away. No balls and a strike to the Irish third baseman. Valentino is double back in the first, his first extra base hit of the season, and his 27th hit of the year. 0-1. Tries to bunt again and misses. It's 0-2. Maglione, a lot to work with. Winning run on first for Notre Dame. 2 across here in the bottom of the 7th. Tied at 3. Right-hander set at the belt. The 0-2. Lined into right field for a base hit. Iacona moves station to station. First and second with 2 down.
And how this game has transpired.
The 28th hit of the season for Valentino. Good speed on first. Good speed on second. Bonco at the dish. The winning run in scoring position with 2 down. And the junior shortstop digs in from the right side. Been a tough day for Bonco defensively. A couple of errors in the field. A chance to make up for it here in a big spot.
The sins of the past could be washed away here with any sort of poke into the outfield.
Bonco taking a ball and no strikes. The off speed runs away.
And if you're Joe Maglione, you're just trying to catch your breath, trying to calm down a little bit here. Pitching out probably to the corners here, not giving Bonco a whole lot to hit, but trying to get in that strike zone as well.
1-0. Gets away, runners stay put.
That was a delayed reaction out of Hurley, but he was able to just barely get there in time. I'm surprised none of the runners did go, but you know what?
Don't want to risk it.
Patience is a virtue. We saw that work in the favor of the Spartans earlier. We'll see if it can work in the favor of Notre Dame as well.
2 balls and no strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Bonco calls time. Maglione with the sign. He's ready. Right-hander peeks at second and comes home. 2-0 is fouled away by Bonco. 2 balls, 1 strike. Iacona on second base. He brought home a pair of runs on a hard hit ball to third that was booted by Prasdecimo over there. 2-1. Bouncer towards the middle. Gloving right. Throw. Unable to be dug out. Here comes the winning run. The Irish win it. Their first win in CVC Colonial play.
What a comeback here for Notre Dame. They were down 2 runs going down to their final 3 outs. They put 3 across to win in dramatic fashion. And we talked about it right at the top of the show, Mike. Taking advantage of those mistakes. Steinert just needed to get 3 outs, but the defense, which had been rock solid, bottomed out at the worst possible time, and Notre Dame doing what good CVC teams do best, kicking in the door, taking that mile when you're given an inch, and they rally back to win 4-3.
Jimmy Iacona comes around to score the winning run. He will be our DiLorenzo's the Berg player of the game. We'll talk with him next here on WBCB. The Irish win 4-3 in thrilling fashion over the Steinert Spartans.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. Whether you're road tripping in the all-new RAV4, sprinting through your sports schedule in the Sienna, or hitting the farmer's market with friends in a Camry, Team Toyota has a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for your drive. Plus, our award-winning service centers will keep you on the road all summer long. Team Toyota, ready for wherever summer takes you. Stop in today or visit teamtoyota.net.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609 882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. Whether you're road tripping in the all-new RAV4, sprinting through your sports schedule in the Sienna, or hitting the farmer's market with friends in a Camry, Team Toyota has a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for your drive. Plus, our award-winning service centers will keep you on the road all summer long. Team Toyota, ready for wherever summer takes you. Stop in today or visit teamtoyota.net.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Summer starts here at Team Toyota. Whether you're road tripping in the all-new RAV4, sprinting through your sports schedule in the Sienna, or hitting the farmer's market with friends in a Camry, Team Toyota has a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for your drive. Plus, our award-winning service centers will keep you on the road all summer long. Team Toyota, ready for wherever summer takes you. Stop in today or visit teamtoyota.net.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, Visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Joining us now is our WBCB Sports and DiLorenzo's the Berg Player of the Game, Jimmy Iacona. Jimmy, congratulations. You are DiLorenzo's the Berg Player of the Game for your efforts. You get a gift certificate to DiLorenzo's the Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton Township. Jimmy, what a win, man. 4-3, a walk-off over Steinert, crosstown rivals. A lot going into this game. You guys have been in a ton of one-run affairs this year. What was kind of the mindset from Coach Drulis and the staff? You're playing a rival. You guys are desperate for wins at this time of the season. The CVC tournament on the horizon. What was the mindset going into this game today?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was a big game. We were thinking about it all day. And we've had a couple close games like this season. You know, they've gone either way. We won a couple on walk-offs, lost a couple on walk-offs. And so we knew going into that last inning, that's going to be the biggest inning for us. And, you know, we came through and made adjustments, started off a little slow, but then we made adjustments to the pitching, and it's what ended up resulting in the win, yeah.
You've been making some adjustments at the dish of late, man. A slow start to the season. You're a senior on this team, but like we've been at so many of these games lately, and you're just seeing the ball really well. You're starting to barrel it. Do you feel like you're really starting to come around at the plate now?
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot better. At the beginning of the season, I was kind of a little shaky at the plate, definitely. And now I'm definitely seeing the ball better, putting in more work at practice, after practice, and the whole team's putting in more work as a whole, and that's why you're kind of seeing the whole organization turn around recently.
Let's talk about that final at-bat. You bring home the 2 tying runs. A.J. Liberto sets the table, does a good job getting on base. Another walk worked in that inning as well. You come up to the plate in a big spot. What are you thinking first and foremost? Because you know that those runs are of the utmost importance, but you're just trying not to make the moment too big, I'm sure, as well.
Exactly, yeah, that was exactly what I was going to say. You know, sometimes you get up in a big spot like that and you can get kind of shaky, get a little jumpy, and I tend to do that. So I was like, don't change my approach, sit middle, try and go middle of the way, don't try and do too much. And that's when I ended up getting a pitch, and I ended up being able to handle it and get the 2 runs in. So it worked out well.
A big win for you guys over a tough Steinert team that has also had an up-and-down season for them. You guys see the CVC tournament coming up. You got Hamilton West on Wednesday. We'll be there for that one. You've got them again on Friday in the first round of the CVC tournament. What do you think the mindset is moving forward here for you guys? I know you want to win some games. You want to finish this strong on your senior campaign. But where do you think this team can really go here heading down the home stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I think the sky's the limit, honestly. I think more preparation is what we've been doing. We've kind of kicked it up a notch at practice, and that's really resulted in more wins. And I think continuing to prepare that extra little bit, look at that scouting a little bit longer, and put in more reps at practice and after practice, that's resulting in the win, and that's what's going to take us to a CVC championship.
Well, Jimmy, congratulations, man. A great effort today. A couple of hard-hit baseballs for you. You are DiLorenzo's the Berg Player of the Game. You get a gift certificate there to DiLorenzo's the Berg Pizza, 147 Sloan Avenue. Best of luck the rest of the way. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll see you Friday. And best of luck the rest of the season, Jimmy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Jimmy Iacona, our WBCB Sports and DiLorenzo's the Berg Player of the Game. We'll be right back here from Father John Donofrio Field at Notre Dame High School.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Back at Father John Donofrio Field one final time, 4-3, the Irish victorious over Steinert as they improve to 7-7 overall and 1-5 in CVC Colonial play ahead of the CVC tournament starting on Friday afternoon. I want to thank all of our sponsors who made today's broadcast possible. Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Notre Dame High School, Mercer Bucks Orthopedics, Kessel Dermatology, the NJEA, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, Salt Funeral Homes, Haldeman Ford, Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, DiLorenzo's the Berg in Hamilton, Chris's Auto Body, the Trentonian, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Hyundai of Trenton, the Hunt School of Princeton, Mako of Ewing, and Saul Funeral Homes, all proud to bring you today's game on WBCB. For the crew, Trey Wright did the camera work today and our color commentary. Colin Sommer produced today's stream. My name is Mike Warren saying so long for now. The Irish victorious 4-3 over Steinert. Until we talk to you again Wednesday afternoon from Hamilton High West on WBCB, we thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Mercer County High School Baseball. Have a great night, everybody.